Hey guys, what's going on? TheDreadMan is here, and I want to give y'all. I just seen Pacquiao Cotto 24/7 last night, and I want to give y'all my overview on both of the fighters. And I want to talk a little bit about Mayweather too. But anyway, first I want to talk to y'all about Manny Pacquiao, currently the best pound for pound fighter in the world, and one of the best boxers of all time, if I do say so myself. But anyway, I think he's a little bit overrated in a couple of senses. But all right, start with the pros of Pacquiao. One, very fast, very explosive, very accurate. You know, an exciting fighter to watch. But you know, a con of Pacquiao is I wouldn't say his defense sucks, but his defense is mediocre at best. As far as his offense, I'll give him a 9.5 as far as speed, power, and accuracy. But I'll say his defense is about maybe a 4 or maybe a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. But then again, Freddie Roach is working on with that. But he's not really known to be a defensive fighter. He's known to be fast and in your face. And that's where a lot of fighters have a lot of trouble with Pacquiao is because he pressures them and stuff. And when you get pressured, when somebody's throwing 20 punches at your head in 10 seconds, you don't know what to do. You don't, you know. But a fighter like Mayweather would you know, kind of exploit that. But then again, I'll talk about that later in the video. And another reason why Pacquiao is a little bit overrated is because people just recently started hopping on the Pacquiao bandwagon. Like people like, oh, I'm one of the biggest Pacquiao fans in the world. No, you're not. You just started following him just because he beat Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya was drained at that. He had to make the catch weight of 145 pounds, and Pacquiao was a little bit more comfortable. But people are also saying, he's beating he beat the same people that Floyd Mayweather beat. That's true. He beat like I said, Hatton, who was a subpar fighter. You know, somebody a brawler. You know, he just comes forward, just a lot of power shots and no real defense. And he beat a technically, and De La Hoya, let's face it, out of his prime, slower. His technicality and his speed and stuff has started to go, and you know he was weight drained. But hey, he beat them, and big props to them. And he's beat a lot of Mexican legends like Barrera. He beat Eric Morales. He beat let's see, and he beat Juan Marquez once. But you know, the first one. Well, I don't think the first one, the second one. Well, anyway, his Marquez's loss was kind of on the fence, and they said they're kind of aiming for a third fight. But anyway, enough about Pacquiao. Let's move on to Cotto. Now Miguel Cotto, well, and I'm not gonna get a lot of haters for this one, but Miguel Cotto, he is very overrated, and he has not really impressed me that much. I'm saying, well, he is pretty good. He's a well balanced boxer, pretty good power, solid defense, and you know he's okay on his feet. But I mean, people overrate him because people once again jumping on the Cotto bandwagon. I mean, but who is he really beating? Well, TheDreadMan, he's beating Shane Mosley. Yeah, he beat him 7-5. It was a very close fight, and I thought the unanimous decision victory is bullshit. I thought it should have been a split decision. 115-113 for Mosley, and the other 115-113 for Cotto. And well, TheDreadMan, he beat Paulie Malignaggi. Yeah, Paulie Malignaggi's good, but no offense to him, he's a B-rank fighter. I mean, I like him and everything, but you know, he's just not one of the top fighters. Well, TheDreadMan, he also beat Joshua Clottey. Yeah, Joshua Clottey. Him and Cotto have more or less the same style, but Cotto is a little bit more aggressive than Clottey when he wants to be. And a flaw of Cotto is well, don't take my word for it. Just watch a few of his fights. Cotto is a bleeder. I mean, you know, once you get through Cotto's defense, and I think Manny Pacquiao eventually will, you get through Cotto's defense, that guy opens up like a book. I mean, that guy has the skin of wet toilet paper or something. That guy, you know, lacerates easy. And the last thing any of us wants is for this Cotto Pacquiao fight to stop on cuts, and we all know Cotto's a bleeder. But like I said, I'm not underrating Cotto at all. I think he's overrated. But anyway, enough on Cotto. Let's move on to Mayweather and my prediction. Floyd Mayweather, he still considers himself to be one of the pound for pound. He's still the pound for pound boxer in boxing today. And me, I kind of say it's hard to argue. And one point where he's overrated is well, the only thing that makes him overrated is his undefeated streak and his his loud and boisterous mouth. But hey, he's backed it up from time to time. Well, TheDreadMan, here's where you're wrong again. Floyd Mayweather is a very, very boring fighter. Well, it's not called being a boring fighter. It's called defense and strategy. Now, here's the thing with Floyd Mayweather. Now, he has punching power when he wants to, but he mainly relies on his defense. And I don't know if you guys noticed this or whatever, but he uses it. He uses it in a couple of his fights, and it's a technique that Muhammad Ali made famous. Now, in this fight with he uses it a lot in this fight with De La Hoya, but he didn't use it with Marquez because he didn't really need to. But he uses Ali's rope-a-dope technique. I mean, if you look at the De La Hoya fight, he uses it a lot. Where he uses his back to hug the ropes, and he used the shoulder roll technique, the Philly shell, whatever you want to call it, to let punches glance off his shoulder, and like a lot of the punches miss, and he makes himself look good. But a lot of Floyd Mayweather's style is the float stick, jab, dance, and smack. It makes his opponent look stupid. And he also has a nice right hand lead, and his signature check left hook. Now I would say this is where he would beat Pacquiao. I think his fight. I think if he were to fight Pacquiao, we don't know who will win between Pacquiao and Cotto. But I say if he were to fight Pacquiao, it'd be just like his fight with Zab Judah, with Pacquiao pressing the action from like rounds 1 through 5. Then he'll end up burning himself out because he threw too many punches. And if he gets caught with the check left hook the same way Hatton did, guess what? Pacquiao's gonna be in the bleachers somewhere, and his brain's gonna be scattered throughout the first and third row of the crowd. Now I know a lot of angry canoes are watching this. We're gonna say, well, DreadMan, you're just a stupid nigga. You don't know boxing. Pacquiao's gonna mop the floor with Mayweather. We don't know that yet, and you don't know it. I mean, I'm just telling you what I know from analysis. But you can say whatever you want. Now, if he were to fight Cotto, I mean, I think it'd be a lot with, like his fight with Diego Corrales when he was at I think it was at lightweight or whatever, or super lightweight, one of the two. But where he would be mostly another flaw with Cotto is that he's mostly stationary, and he picks his shots when he wants to, but he's not as accurate as Floyd is when he picks his shots. So he'll be fighting like a mummy most of the time, and Floyd should be working off of he'll be working on Cotto's punches and counter punching him, and once again floating and sticking and dancing and smacking and making him look stupid. But then again, time will once again tell. And before I cut this video to close, I'm gonna the tail of the tape is over there in the sidebar between Cotto and Pacquiao, and they said that they're aiming for a Shane Mosley fight because Bob Arum is mainly aiming for a Shane Mosley fight because Bob Arum and Floyd Mayweather Jr. are not the best of friends, if you haven't heard, boxing promotion, as far as boxing promotion wise. And as far as my prediction of the Cotto and Pacquiao fight, like I said, I'm not really biased, but this might sound a little bit biased to you, but I don't care. I hope Pacquiao puts the speed work on Cotto's face. I hope that dude's face comes out looking like chopped hamburger meat. But I'll say it'll go between. I say it'll end between like the 6th and 8th round. Cotto by Cotto being knocked out by Pacquiao, or ending by TKO due to cuts and bruising and swelling. And but hey, Cotto could shock us all because, like I said, he's got a pretty solid defense and stuff. And Pacquiao has been known to fade during the later rounds. And like I said, he's got Cotto's. Another thing about Cotto is he's underrated for it. He has a pretty damn good body punch. And I mentioned before that every time that Pacquiao's been knocked out, it's been due to body punches. So he's definitely going to be looking for that, and he's definitely going to want to go downstairs. And like I said, they're aiming for a Shane Mosley fight, and Shane Mosley is also one of the top contenders. But either way, next year we got 4 possible good fights. We got I'd love to see Cotto Mosley 2. I'd love to see Pacquiao Mayweather. I'd love to see Cotto versus I'd love to see Cotto Mayweather. People have been begging for Cotto Mayweather since 07 after his defeat of Oscar De La Hoya. And I'd also like to see Mosley versus Pacquiao. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Post your predictions, and also to the YouTube boxing community, send me video responses of what you think of this video. Well, I gotta go, guys. See you later.